Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dan, and of course, you're tuning into Collector's Digest. Alright, so let's talk about the big elephant in the hobby right now, and that is this guy, this Target exclusive Red Hulk. So, obviously Toy Fair came and passed, and they announced this thing. Everybody wanted it. Of course, everybody wants it. It's fucking Red Hulk. And from what I understand, is that they shipped a couple out to each store for Target Con. Now, if you don't know what Target Con is, it kind of started with Funko, where they had an abundance of exclusive pops that would drop only at Target for one day, and they called it Target Con. It was a success the first year, which I believe was just last year, the year before. I know that the cartoon Turtles hit stores right around the time or the day that Target Con was. Yes, Target Con is more for Funko collectors. However, from what I understand from my source at Target, is that Hasbro just shipped a couple out in an assortment package, meaning it's like a mixed box of different Marvel Legends. And they just did that to kind of throw a couple out there for collectors to find on the day of Target Con, and that they would be shipping more cases after that to each and every store, so that collectors could go out and actually find this guy. Social media has been a mess since this whole ordeal. I mean, people have lost their minds just for the fact that they can't find this thing, and they're seeing people pick up 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 of these. But I think the fact of the matter is that, states like California, Texas, and even more on the West Coast are getting those cases in now, whereas it hasn't hit the East Coast yet, but it will. It definitely will. So that brings me into my next topic. Let me be 1,000% honest with you guys. I don't have an issue with resellers. And there's a huge difference between a reseller and a scalper, and I'll get into that in a moment. If there's no resellers, then I don't have a chance at something that I may have missed a pre-order on, especially when it comes to Mezco, and especially with Marvel Legends, because let's face it, there's Marvel Legends that came out way before my time of collecting, and if it's not available on the secondary market, then how would I have a chance at getting it? I actually like the fact that there's resellers in the toy community, strictly for that fact. And if something isn't popular on the secondary market, we probably wouldn't be collecting it. I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration when they're bitching on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, even YouTube. Before I get flooded by the hate brigade for saying that, let me explain something to you. Is that I go to work every single day. I wake up every single day at 4 a.m. to be in the shower by 5 a.m. to get to work by 7 a.m. I then bust my ass for 8 hours. Sometimes I gotta stay till 12 hours. And I bust my ass every single day so that I can enjoy the finer things in life. It's called getting a fucking job. I see a lot of kids that want all the reward without putting in the footwork, without putting in the time. There's years that I shoveled shit. I had jobs, fast food. I was a pizza delivery boy for my first job. I worked at the Speedway on the midnight shift for quite some time. If you don't know what Speedway is, that's a little gas station outlet here in Michigan, and I think other states as well. I've shoveled shit for years, man. I paid my dues and worked my way up through the ranks until I got the opportunity that I have now, that I just got a hold of like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, maybe you're really young and you're just starting out, fresh out of high school at your first job. I completely understand that, but maybe you shouldn't be collecting some of these higher end items or stuff that costs more on the secondary market. However, you can make extra revenue on the weekends. Maybe pick up a little extra work by landscaping, painting with a family member or a friend, cut some lawns, maybe a paper route if that's still a thing. I'm not sure. If you have the will, you will find the way, and you can definitely pick up a little bit of extra revenue for your figures. Being said, I believe everybody's overreacting when it comes to this Hulk figure. It just came out. You know what I'm saying? They only shipped a couple to each and every store. There's more to come. I mean, that's what my buddy at Target tells me, and people are obviously finding them that are closer to the west coast of the country. More are coming to the stores, so you don't have to go to eBay. You don't have to go to these scalpers or resellers and buy one of these things. You could easily wait another 1 to 2, maybe 3 weeks, and this guy will start showing up. Stop overreacting. You don't have to have it right now. Save your money for now, and then when you see it in a couple weeks, you'll have more than enough to get it, and you can keep your extra 35, 40 bucks. You don't have to spend $75 on this thing. It will be available. People just need to chill the fuck out. Brings me to my next point, man. You know, resellers and scalpers are far and few between. The difference really is I know a couple of resellers, and they get a lot of products backdoored to them at a lower rate. They have a lot of connections, even to the actual company like Hasbro themselves, they'll have connections and ties with. Believe it or not, they'll travel to a lot of conventions, they'll set up shop, even though they don't even have like a brick and mortar store. That's how they make their living, and they're very smart and very strategized. To where a scalper, man, these guys are funny, dude. They will flaunt what they have on social media to overcompensate for their small egos. They also really don't have collections of any substance, because all of their time and money goes into buying what's hot at the time. And they usually buy too much stock, and they're getting it for retail costs, is where a reseller is getting it at a fixed lower price. You see what I'm saying here? There's a difference to it. And also, scalpers, they demand the most amount of revenue for the product that they are selling, which in turn turns a lot of people off. They tend to be flashy and flaunt everything on social media, so a lot of people don't want to buy from them. They might get a couple of the figures off, but for the most part, majority of the collectors are looking and thinking, yeah, I'm going to be able to find that at some point. It's just a matter of time, so I'm not giving you $75 of my money when I can pay $29.99 next week or next month. Whichever comes first, I'm fine with. So that's really the difference. These scalpers, man, they're fucking hilarious. I look at them on Instagram telling people, you need to go get laid, go get pussy. What are you worried about what another man is doing with his business or making his ends meet? It's just like, yeah, okay, bro, you're trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not fooling anybody. See, I don't mind spending a couple extra dollars for a figure, because like I said, I bust my ass every single day at work. If I want to do that, it's fine, because I'm saving on gas money. I'm saving on time from going all over the fucking place looking for this thing. I'm totally fine with doing that. But I'm not going to give my money to no fucking jerk that's out here fucking trying to clown on people, when really deep down, he's just a sad individual with little to no existence. Truly. People that you see on eBay selling this guy for $175, $150, those are just kids that happen to be at the right place at the right time. They saw the case open, they bought everything that was inside of it, you know what I mean? So they got a few Red Hulks, and then they'll go store to store buying up all the stock. The resellers have reps, have business ties. They're getting stuff at a lower cost. You'll see them at the conventions, and they'll have a reasonable price. It'll be more than retail for sure, but it won't be, they're not going to break your arm for it, if you know what I mean. So a week, 2 weeks from now, when everybody has this thing, what's going to happen is these kids, these scalpers, they're going to have all this stock, and the only way they're going to be able to get it off is to make themselves appealing to other collectors. And the only way to do that is going to be, you have to mark the Hulks cheaper than they go for retail, because everybody's going to already have it. It's hilarious, man. It really is. And I know that when I'm looking at them in their stories or on Instagram, you can spot a scalper from a mile away. They're not very smart, and that's why I don't get too upset at it, because their fate is already set in stone, if you will. This literally just happened with Spawn, right? So select Walmarts got Spawn. Not even all of them, right? There was a lot of people that went to the Walmarts that were on that list that McFarlane put out, and Spawn wasn't there. Well, I had a guy that wanted to sell me one. He wanted to sell it to me for $75. I told him no. It just went up on GameStop's website for retail, right? So I got one. So he hit me up today, because everybody's pre-ordering theirs from Amazon, GameStop, whatever, or they got their order in at Walmart, and he told me, hey man, I'll give it to you for $35. No, no, that's, you know what I mean? Because now he's fucked, because he bought too much and he can't get them off. So he's forced to drop the price. And in a week's time, he'll be selling that thing for $20, $15, guaranteed. It's because Spawn is going to be everywhere. Unlike this Red Hulk here. The Red Hulk, I think it'll still be kind of rare, but for the most part, I think that each store is going to get at least a couple cases of them. And by the way, shout out to Shartimus Prime, Unparalleled Universe, and anybody else's photo that I've used that I got off Google for this video. Thank you. Thank you to you guys for making amazing content and the photos that were available. Just throwing that out there. So in the meantime, man, enjoy the hunt. Don't worry about these scalpers. Now, if you want something right away and you want to spend your money on it, then that's your decision. And there's nothing wrong with that. I completely understand it. I understand wanting to have something right now. And maybe you don't know any resellers that have stock of this. They might be all sold out. So your only option is a scalper. If that's what you want to do, then that's completely up to you. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying don't get so worked up about it. Enjoy the hunt. It's a part of collecting. And embrace it. Embody it. Get out. Live a little. I enjoy hunting. I really do. And plus, think about it this way, man. If you don't have the figure now, but you're hunting for it, it's something to look forward. Eventually, you will find it. Because these companies exist to do one thing, and that's make money. And if they can get your dollars in their pocket, then they will supply you with the product to do that. And I believe that they will. It's coming. My source tells me by next week, next Tuesday, they'll be everywhere. So we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be right. But I know eventually they're going to hit the shelves, and you better be there to get one. So you don't have to complain about these scalpers. That's going to do it, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you made it this far, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Plenty of content to come. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there. God bless you and your families. Till next time. Peace.